I got so caught up in my own meditation, I forgot to introduce Reverend Debra. Because I always like when she lectures, also because a lot of times she uses the Aquarian Gospel, which is very, very soft and gentle. It just really touches your heart's simplicity, you know. So, life's supposed to be simple, because we're supposed to have faith. We can just go along life with our hearts just open, right? Okay. So Reverend Debra has lived in San Diego for 40 years and has studied healing for over 35 years. Her initial training at the First Spiritualist Church in San Diego included classes in spiritual healing, universal laws, and mediumship. Reverend Debra was ordained at the First Christian Spiritualist Church in October of 1992 and served in many appointments as well as pastor. She has a long history with Home Grove, readings at the Psychic Fair, and teaching at Institute classes. Reverend Debra has taught many spiritual subjects in psychic development, including universal law, angel kingdom, heroic chakras, and aura, and is a Reiki master. She is currently the pastor of the First Christian Spiritualist Church in National City. She lectures monthly and offers healing and mediumship and meditation classes. And her motto and her belief are, we are co-creators of spirit to express the love and joy, the message of our souls. Say yes to God. So I'd like you to give Reverend Debra, our pastor, a warm welcome.
Thank you, Reverend Rosie. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
We have readings today from the Aquarian Gospel of Jesus Christ and the Book of Enoch. There are different parts, beginnings of each of the chapters, starting with chapter 172. It's important for us to remember that there was so much going on in spirit with Jesus and the masters and what occurred after. After they took Jesus down. And Pilate places the Roman seal upon the stone door of the tomb, and at midnight a company of the silent brothers march about the tomb. The soldiers are alarmed. Jesus preaches to the spirits in prison. And early Sunday morning, he rises from the tomb, and the soldiers see. The soldiers are bribed by the priests to say that the disciples had stolen his body. Jesus appears fully materialized to Zacchaeus and Cleophas as they journey to Emmaus, but they know him not. He tells them many things about Christ. He eats the evening meal with them and reveals himself to them. And they go to Jerusalem to tell the news. Jesus appears fully materialized to the 10 apostles in Simon's house and to Lazarus and his sister. Jesus appears fully materialized to the Eastern sages in the palace of Prince Ravana in India and to the magicians, the Magian priests in Persia. The 3 wise men speak in praise of the personality of the Nazarene. Jesus appears fully materialized in the Temple of Jerusalem. He rebukes the rulers of the Jews for their hypocrisy and reveals himself to them, and they fall back in fear. He appears in the apostles in Simon's house, and Thomas is convinced. He says in verse 18, I came to earth to demonstrate the resurrection of the dead and the transmutation of the flesh of carnal man to flesh of men divine. Then Jesus raised his hands and said, Peace be to every one of you, goodwill to all mankind. And then he disappeared. Jesus appears fully materialized before Apollo and the Silent Brotherhood in Greece. He appears to Claudius and Juliet on the Tiber near Rome. He appears to the priests in the Egyptian temple at Heliopolis. And Jesus appears fully materialized to the apostles at the Sea of Galilee, appears to a multitude of people, and tells his apostles to go again to Jerusalem, and he would meet them there. And Jesus appears fully materialized to the apostles in Jerusalem and gives them his instructions. He promises them a special endowment for their work on Pentecost, goes to Mount of Olives, and in full view of many disciples, ascends to heaven. The disciples return to Jerusalem. We have the chemistry of mortal life, the ministry of death, the mystery of deific life. My human life was wholly given to my will, to tune the deific will. When this was done, my earth tasks were all done. And you, my brothers, know you full well the foes I had to meet. You know how my victories in Gethsemane, my trials in the courts of men, my death upon the cross. You know that all my life was one great drama for the sons of men, a pattern for the sons of men. I live to show the possibilities of man. What I have done, all men can do, and what I am, all men shall be. The masters looked, the form upon the sacred pedestal had gone, but every temple priest and every living creature said, Praise God. From the Keys of Enoch, Key 104, verses 45 to 50. close your eyes and just drink in the words. And once man, okay, this means all 7 chakra centers must first be working in perfect harmony and completely aligned with the template of light, the 8th chakra, and connecting link with the overself, working with the Christ body of light. And once man has gone beyond his physiological limitations of self and desires only to serve his fellow creation and the Father, he has purified himself from his carnal predilections and manifested love sufficient to receive the outer garment of light. Here we have a picture of what the Lords of Light are trying to teach man through the Torah, or the collective revealed scriptures of Yahweh for this age, and through the truth set forth in the pyramid hymns, the Bhagavad Gita, and the Chinese and Tibetan texts of light. Through this assimilation, man becomes cosmic man who can freely participate with the other forms of cosmic creation. The leadership of cosmic creation unfolds through embodiments of the divine Adam Kadmon as manifestations of Atman, Mahatman, Krishna, and Shir Koma. Each one of these embodiments of divine light represents the cosmological pyramid of the divine overself, coming into conjunction with the human biopyramid in the physical universe. When the 2 pyramids of light come together to form a Star of David, a new star universe of intelligence is born. Accordingly, the I Am of the higher universe attaches itself to the I Am of the lower universe through the Lords of Light, who bring this unification into one light harmony, known as the House of David. At this very special time in our lives, with so many turbulent changes in our world, what are we feeling? How have we reacted? What are we choosing to do? Everything is a choice, every day. How can we hold to a higher perspective and produce a clearer, loving vibration to extend to our world? What do we do about our feelings sets the stage for our vibrational level and dictates what we're going to create out of our worldly challenges from our global and personal world. Let's bring our teachers closer together, closer to us. And open our hearts this week, this month, this year. How are we to forward our spiritual values and our thoughts? And are we forwarding our spiritual values in our actions? Are we forwarding our spiritual values in our beliefs? Are we forwarding our spiritual values in our relationships? Bring Jesus into your heart. His divine, unconditional love is so precious. and brings us home. All the great spiritual teachers instruct their students that the way to enlightenment or true self-mastery and development is by self-healing and then helping and serving others. Key 319. Verse 74 of the Book of Enoch. I saw and heard the righteousness of God put on the garment of light by proclaiming, I confess the living Father through the Christ, and let my spirit dove, Ba, the Egyptian term, live and be received into whatever heaven it is prepared for. Grant that my soul, Ba, assist the physical form through the transformation of the Shekinah, and grant that my awakened body, Benul, be sent wherever the Father desires it, into whatever mansion world of light will receive it in service to God. And so it is. That the joy, this wonderful energy of love, resurrection, light, rebirth, renewal of spirit, and rising consciousness continue and set you free. God bless you all.